Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Pleased to be joined by Darren Till. Darren, we caught up last time, I think. It was a while back. You swerved me the other day, but we're back. I really do appreciate you giving us some of your time. You're in this boxing world now. You're in the sphere. Last time I had a bit of a madness after the fight, but you got through it. What's next for you? Because when we spoke last time, you were saying, look, at some point, I think I do want to go back to the UFC. That is still a goal. Are you staying in this boxing realm at the minute, or where's the next pivot?
Yeah, I just want to stay in this boxing realm. I've put 2 years into work now, so like, it'd just be a shame to not get nothing from it. So I'm just gonna still keep working in the gym and just like bide my time. I'm hoping that soon there's gonna be something there. So as soon as it's there, I want to grab it with 2 hands, and then I think it'll just all be a knock-on effect from that. I'll just end up getting like fight after fight after fight.
I think, obviously, with the Misfits sort of influence now, you're very keen. I heard you say earlier, just joking, look, I ain't a YouTube boxer. Yeah. You're a boxer. But with everything that's happening now, where is that next step for you? Is it a legitimate pro? You're looking at the likes of, obviously, the Jake Pauls and all these kind of fighters. Most money, most sense. What is it?
Yeah, obviously, they're the big fights that I want. So, like, the boxing, like, well, it's just like a bit like...
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of politics, a lot of shit houses in the boxing world.
Define that. Why? In what sense?
I just don't. It's just not easy to get a fight made. I don't know, promoters and stuff like that. It's just hard.
Compare it to the MMA world, where is it completely different?
Can't compare it, because the best fight the best. So you can't compare it. It's not the best. Boxing's unbelievable. The fights are, but I think the politics that come with it is a bit ridiculous.
Do you not think we're seeing a slight change with that because of the influx of money, maybe from Saudi promoters working together? From the outside looking in, I know you're big on the MMA in terms of saying, look, we're real fighters, we don't duck anybody kind of thing. But when you look at boxing now, it's creeping into that realm of the best fighting the best, right?
I think so. I think because of Turk Sheikh, I think he's bringing a bit of that. And he obviously seems to have the reins on Eddie and Frank. I think he's
Ben now.
And Ben, yeah, he's obviously their boss man. They obviously dance to the sound of his tune now, because obviously money talks, and they're obviously hungry for money, innit? So they're Turk's bitch at the moment, innit? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Dana just makes the best fight the best. But that's not like for me, because I'm not the best boxer. Like, in my division, if I was to do pro boxing, but I just want to fight all these influencers and make a lot of money.
I remember seeing you at an influencer show and asking you, I don't know if you had a few drinks or not at the event, but...
Yeah, I've had many drinks. I did about 50 drinks. It's completely out my mind. That's what I was doing.
I remember seeing you just going owl comatose each and every one of these fighters without doubt, but you meant it, drinking out, you mean that, don't you?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe I would comatose them all. Like, Jake Paul's just a big fat juicehead, isn't he? He's just a big fat juicehead. So
what did you make of, obviously last night there was the weigh-in and Tyson's, he sort of, if you look closely, stepped on his foot and he slapped him to let him know. What do you make of that whole, I can't call it an event, because 58-year-old Mike Tyson against 27-year-old Jake Paul, it's one of them where I think people are watching it, but almost sometimes I think they feel bad saying, yeah, I'm going to watch it, because maybe they don't agree with it, but what do you make of it?
It's a shit show, isn't it? Why is Mike Tyson fighting? He's fucking, what is he, 68? 58. He's fucked on drugs, isn't he? Like, it's mushroomed, the weed and all that. No, it's not proper drugs, but it's obviously not okay. Like, he's one of my favourite fighters of all time. Probably, you know, I don't know, mate. It's just a shit show, innit? Like,
Jake Paul, on the other hand, honestly, what's your thoughts for me? He's bringing a lot of eyes to boxing, but when he's talking about becoming world champion, talking about fighting a Canelo, and you hear this coming from him.
Tell him to go home, mate. Tell him to go home. What's he talking about? Who is he? Like, do you know what? Businessman, phenomenal. Take my hat off to him. And I think he's very dedicated, I really do. I take my hat off to him there. He trains really hard. I mean, he obviously can't train hard. He's a big fat juice, isn't he? But, mate, turn it in. What are you talking about, Canelo? Got nothing to say.
When you hear that and you think, yeah, do you have to sometimes take a step back and go, look, he's talking business here. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a self-made multimillionaire.
Jake's a clever man. Anyone who'd think any different would be stupid. Jake's a fucking fierce businessman. You know, I respect that about Jake, I do. But he's just a fat juicer as well, isn't he? Like, so what?
In terms of him then, he'd be someone you'd be like, tick that box off, we can do that, no problem. Is that the ultimate for you in terms of a financial win, I suppose?
I want to be honest, I think that's a very stupid question you're asking me there. That's like asking me, what do you think is going to happen in the fight? Well, what do you think is going to happen?
No,
Like,
I know what you think.
I'm not saying this disrespect to you, but I think it's a stupid question because if you fight Jake Paul, your life gets changed around, so you make millions, you obviously get put on a platform. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, if the opportunity was there to fight Jake, I'm going to fight Jake. But I don't know whether the opportunity is going to present itself.
But there's other fights for you. You're a big name yourself. You can make money wherever. But I'm saying, is he the biggest? Because you want to go UFC back again.
I'm a big name, yeah, but there's a difference. Like, Jake's different, mate. Jake's the A side. Even Jake's the A side with the likes of when he was fighting Tommy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But as I say, love boxing. Better be versus Bivol, all them fights, all fucking brilliant fights. Influencer scene, love it, think it's fucking funny, think it's great. Now? I was always a fan, make a lot of money, but it is what it is, it's a gimmick, innit? Like, it's a big fat gimmick, but as I say, it's the same in the UFC, like, I've never really picked fights, I just fight I just not...
You not ever sat down and gone, I want him, and it happened?
No, I should have. I'm not asked, I'm not asked about anything, no one or nothing. I'm not even asked about myself. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not asked about some big fat juicehead like Jake Paul or any of them. I'm not asked about none of them. I'm not asked about none of the boxers. Because, mate, I'm not saying this out of turn, but I fight real fighting at the end of the day. Because if it weren't hands, I'd just boot them in the face. What are they going to do? What are they going to do if I just decide to boot them in the face?
I was going to say, do you see that from the outside? We saw it with Ngannou and Fury, where he just looks at him and goes, look, you protected in this ring, but if you get too close. Is that how you feel when you're around like some of the fighters, when you see them talking, you think, well, look, if this was different, we know.
Not Ngannou, I'm scared of him, but without sounding disrespectful, I wouldn't walk into like a boxing gym and I wouldn't feel threatened. I've got too many weapons compared to a boxer. It's just fact. I've got too many weapons. It's like I'm not threatened by a boxer.
When are we going to see it though? Because we enjoy you back in the MMA as well. I mean, this is a boxing channel predominantly, but we like seeing you in the UFC. You've had some great moments. We want to see it.
I don't know. Like, everyone seems to think I'm just out here living my best life. I fucking don't have to put a lot of graft in, man. I'm a hard worker. Like, I train really hard, so I'll be honest with you. Just the sooner the better. I just want to fight anyone. I'm not asked at this point. I'll fight anyone. I'll fight any cunt, mate. I'm not asked.
I've got to say, every time I am here, whether we've ever spoken or not, and regardless of how big a name you are or whatever, you're always working your bollocks off from start to finish. You when I get here, you're the first in, and you're the last out. You take your time, but you're putting in serious work. It doesn't stop.
I don't like. I get a lot of trolls me like on there. That's only because I'm a troll, but like, mate, I work hard. Like, I work my bollocks off. Like, I don't say. What are you saying? Your stable's on its ass. That was me coach, Declan. Yeah. Who are you talking to? Hey, you fucking bollocks. The interview's still going on as well. Sorry about that. You're getting called a bum out here. Sorry about that.
What, you're getting labelled there?
Yeah. My coach is saying I don't train hard. No, I do. I'm hard worker. Like, I spar hard, I put the pads hard, like I run hard, I do everything hard. So, fucking... People can say what they want, like, oh, don't do this and that. I fucking put a lot of work in.
What's your take on the whole Jones Aspinall thing? I know he's coming up with Stipe. What's your take? I saw you on Ariel Helwani give your opinion, and I think everyone agrees. We should see the best fight, the best. Rah, rah. But what's your opinion?
I just think there's a lot of pussies out there. I think boxers. I think these are all pussios. Yeah, I think these are all pussies. And I'm not asked to do something about it. Is anyone going to do? I'm not asked. I couldn't give a fuck. And it goes for all this, no, I'm not going to fight him and that. I just personally, as a fan, and I'm a fan of boxing and MMA, like, I sit down to watch fights and I analyse fights. Like, I just want to see the best fighting the best. Like, I think the likes of your Gervonta Davises and all this and that, like, I think he's phenomenal. But who are you fighting, mate? Who are you fighting? We're not getting the fights we want to see. So, what are you doing? Like, why haven't we got Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua yet?
I think that was supposed to happen, wasn't it? And then the arbitration thing.
Why didn't it happen? Because at the time, Eddie and Frank were having a cock-off. Was that what it was? So now Joshua's lost and we're not getting that fight. So we lose again.
You don't think we see that fight after Fury Usyk no matter what happens?
I'm not asked. Joshua's just got beat. Like, it was the best when they were both at the top. Like, mate, just save it honestly, right? You're all pussies. Why aren't the best fighting the best? Dana White just come out now and said, John, after this fight, will be fighting Tom. That's why. How can you hate Dana? I'm not asked. Look, don't get it twisted with me. I'm not asked if someone likes someone else as a person. This is what these promoters all do. They don't like someone, so they make it awkward. I'm not asked. That's a you problem, mate. I just want to see the best fighting the best. So John Jones is my favourite fighter of all time. And he's fighting my friend Tom Aspinall. I just want to see who's the best out of them too. Like, I take away the friendship thing. I want to see who's the best. Not asked about all this. Oh, well, he said this and she said that and I don't like him. And all these promoters fanning around. And Eddie doesn't like fucking Ben. And Ben doesn't like Eddie. And no one's asked if he's like each other. Why can't we just see the best fighting the best? And all you trolls that are going to troll me, you just know one, mate. No one's asked about the promoter's ego or the fighter's ego. I just want to see Tom Aspinall fight John Jones. I want to see Tank Davis, because I'm a fan, fight the best. And I want to see all of these others. I just want to see the best fight the best. I couldn't give a fuck about the in-between. I couldn't give a fuck about all this bullshit. Mm-hmm. It doesn't arse me in the slightest. That's a them problem and a personal problem. It's the fighters. I
do not think anyone will disagree with you, troll-wise, about wanting to see Gervonta in with the best, Jones and Aspinall. It's just common sense. Look, you've got an army of fans who always come and back you, wherever you come.
I'm like I will have after I've just said all that.
I mean, we'll have to go through it, but I'm sure you will. Look, have you got a message to your fans who want to see you, A, back in a boxing ring, B, back in the MMA, back in the UFC? Have you got a message for your fans?
Yeah, you know what?
Because you have got them.
Yeah, I do feel a lot of love in me day to days. Like, a lot of people, I feel a lot of love. I feel a lot of hate as well, but I'm mad that you're all there, is it? I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I think what the fans recognise with me is I'm just me. Like, I haven't got a car at the moment. I'm banned from driving. I'm just getting the bus back and forth. Like, I just don't really. I'm not asked about anything. I don't really give a fuck about money. I don't really give a fuck about anything. I actually just like fighting. I just wake up in the morning. I just like, yeah, I love violence. So yeah, thank you very much for stopping me. And I even see a lot of fans when I go out sometimes and we have a fucking good time with a lot of pints and that together, innit? So tune in whenever I fight, innit? If I fight, because sport of pussy-os.
Darren Till, I appreciate you giving us some of this time.